Hello, everyone. Um, this is Wookie Ninja 87, and I will be doing full plays on Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9. I'm going to go ahead and start a new game in Final Fantasy 7. Uh, this is not a playthrough and get absolutely everything or speed run or nothing. This is just for those that just enjoy watching a game and kind of seeing it from maybe a bit of a cinematic role. Um, Most everyone has ever played Final Fantasy VII. This may be geared towards more the younger players, the young kids that grew up well after me, that probably maybe never knew Final Fantasy VII and doesn't have the means to being able to play it or anything, so that you can see the storyline and see how it all goes. I hope everyone enjoys, and I'll be playing from a brand new game. I do have save files, however, I am further along, so this will be completely new. Be mindful there are areas of the game, and because I'm playing on my laptop and not a actual game console, they will be difficult for me to do simply because of the time period. And you'll know as I get there, I'll explain it because some of it is quite difficult to get around. So here we go. I'll do my best not to skip anything or talk past it or go too long on it. This is pretty much the beginning of it. Man, I can tell you, this sequence right here. So, when I was a young kid back in the 90s when this first came out, there was nothing that could get you more pumped for a game than this right here. The sound score and everything was just amazing. I will try not to go through dialogue too fast so that you will have the ability to be able to read. I'll try not to talk too much over this. This was an amazing game. It really was. Ahead of its time and everything. It's so good. Um, like I said, most people should be familiar with Final Fantasy VII. I played this a long time growing up. I'm reading it in my head to give y'all time. That maybe if I read it in my head, it'll give you about the time length that you should be able to read it. To be fair for everyone. So with the names, you can rename every character in this to have them at whatever name you want. Um, for the purpose of this, though, I will stick strictly to the character's original names. This guy Barrett, he's a beast. He's one that probably in game I will stick with. The reason being is because each that's just instructions to tell you how to play the game. Basically, that's why I didn't stick on it. But Barrett, you got limit breaks. When people take enough damage, they get their limit breaks, and it allows you to do a lot of damage. Stronger attacks than what you would normally have. And his final limit break, alright, which is the strongest of the strong, is one that is real good in my opinion. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think back to every Final Fantasy game I've ever played, because I've tried my hand at every one of them. I haven't played and beaten them all, but I have played Final Fantasy 1 and 2. Um, I know I've played 3. The thing is Final Fantasy 3 is it's pretty much the same as Final Fantasy 6. I don't know if there is any difference to them, but it's the same story. So I'm gonna try to keep these videos probably around 30 minutes long. Let me know if you would like them longer or shorter. Let me know if you like them as well. Uh, you're always free to subscribe to my channel on YouTube. I also have Twitch, which I'll be working on getting up and running. I will see how this video goes before I will dedicate a lot of time to it all. Reason being is because right now, this is my first stab at it. I am recording on a laptop. I have nothing in the way of resources, so I'm pretty limited on what I can and cannot do. Any way you'd like to help out would be amazing. I would love to get a desktop that would be able to run everything better. So this is a game I got on Steam, and I don't know why. I have found from my other times playing, every character you come across in this game, for some reason, they have a mouth that just sits there wide open, like they're shot. I don't know why it does that. But I have found that every character that's not one of the main characters that you have in your game, they all have an O face going on, and I don't know how to change that or anything. The original game was not like that. He's just gonna say, "Hey, get in front of the ladder and do this and do that," just before he does it. kind of like the tutorial of the game, which at the time is fine. If it goes over about 30 minutes, it's only because I need a good stopping spot. This game has the original kind of memory cards and whatnot, and you have to have save points. Because of such, it's not easy to stop on the dime or not. If I'm just under 30 minutes, that's probably the case why. These are beginning enemies and they're not too difficult. They're actually rather easy, to be honest. Oh, see, the camera angles at times can be difficult. Like that right there, I was pushing left, thinking that I was going down that little pipe, and in fact, I didn't. I'm gonna ignore that for right now. There's no real need for it. I will probably hit it on the way back. Like I said, I'm going to be putting this on YouTube itself. I look forward to being able to get enough likes, subscribes, whatever, to be able to do this full time, hopefully sometime. But as it stands, this is my very first go at it, and so I don't know how it's going to go. And until I know for sure that I'd be able to support myself doing this, it just won't be. Let's see what magic I have for him. So I do not have heal yet. This should be restore. Yep. Restore is your cure. And I can't do anything with it. So for the time being, potion. Like I said, I'm sorry if it's taken a little while. I just want to make sure that you have the ability to be able to read it. I would read it for you, but then I'd have to probably do voices and it probably wouldn't come out too well. I love a great story, and this game has a very good story. And so that's why I don't want you to miss out. We're all here for a good story. And then this is the first boss you fight. And it's not even that hard. All you got to do is make sure that whenever its tail goes up, you don't attack it. Make sure you use Bolt. It's very strong against them. Other than that, it's not hard at all. This boss is rather weak. He is rather weak and not too strong, but at one point he'll say it. His tail will go up. And if you attack, because he's a scorpion, he will punish you. Sometimes it's beneficial to rush in, and then other times not. Probably after this, I will wait a little bit, back off some. Alright. Oh, I should not have done that. See, now his tail goes up. You don't... So you see, if you attack, you'll see, he'll counterattack with the laser. Alright, there. So all you gotta do is just sit here and wait. You give it a little while and it'll go down. It literally, that's all you do is just wait. It can be a bit boring, but you know, it's not too bad. That's Barrett's limit break right there. It's called Big Shot, and it just does massive damage. The other one that you saw before is Clouds, called Braver, and pretty much he just runs straight up to him, jumps in the air, and does a downward stab with it. Slash, kind of like, you know, Legend of Zelda Link's, who always would jump in the air and thrust down with his sword. The Helm Splitter attack, I believe is what it's called. And there you go, that's the first boss. Like you said, it's not too hard. Minutes detonation. Go ahead and it doesn't take very long to get out of here. Hit this up. I'm gonna save on number 2. As you can see, that other one was mine. You can spend time to customize what your screen will look like. For the benefits of this, I'll just leave it the way it was. I'm not going to bore you with trying to change the little screen. As you can see, you get plenty of time. This right here, Jessie gets her foot stuck. And you can go right by, to be honest. But I always save Jessie. So that right there, in this one, if you get a back attack where they're in front of you, then all you do is you hit the bumpers, which in this case is U and O for me, and that's how you flee a battle. And what it does is it turns them around. There you go. It's not too bad if you get a back attack. Don't freak out. Uh, so you can see there that even though they put the game over from the PlayStation 1 original to computer, that there's still a lot to be taken care of. They have a lot that is wrong with it still. As you can see, where Jessie just then was standing straight up and going up the ladder without moving. It's kind of like watching a plank walk up a stairs. No, that's the wrong way. And I'll probably make a mistake here and there. Like I said, uh, I've always played console, and it's just recently that I got rid of my consoles. Actually, started playing everything on my laptop. So even though I've gotten somewhat better since I first started, I'm not perfect. I'm not great at it. So it still will have enough lacking. Probably go down in this little area just to see if there's anything that may be down there that I need. I think I already got it. Yep. So this is where we move on. Let's go. You gotta talk to them individually. Code decipher, because I forget to do that. Code decipher. If I rush this side a little bit, it's only because of the time. Even though I can let it sit for a second or two, if you wait too long, you're likely to really lose track of time. Oh, well, there you go. You may be thinking how a small bomb could do that, but you have to remember that that was actually a reactor. If you look through history, of actual history of reactors that have blown up, you look at Chernobyl, stuff like that. It can be quite devastating. Look at those shocked faces. All right, this right here is where you got to go to the train station. This is where Cloud first meets Aerith. Some people call her Ares, Arieth. Uh, I don't honestly know. So here's here's a situation. I did this on my own. If you try to be like, oh, you better get out of here, that's it. End of conversation. So I'm gonna go with nothing. Hey, don't see many flowers around here. With this, you get a flower, and that's it. That is the end of that right there. I may end up going over the 30-minute. Just gonna say later, fight them. Ultimately, what happens, it doesn't matter if you fight them or not. I mean, if you fight them, you fight them. If you don't, this is gonna happen anyways. Music is amazing. I think they did very good. Um, a job well done to these guys that, they were doing something that at the time is probably kind of revolutionary for them. And they took the best of what they had and made something amazing out of it. The music that they have in this game really sets the tone for every area that it's in. So Avalanche is this group that they created to fight against Shinra and the Mako reactors they believe in saving the world. Barrett is the self-proclaimed leader of Avalanche, and the others, Jesse, Biggs, and Wedge, just follow him. So that right there is kind of like a two alpha males in a group ordeal. Uh, Barrett and Cloud get along, but it's kind of, especially right now, Cloud has always been a bit of an alpha male, and Barrett and them pick up on it. So I know there's a save point right inside of the train graveyard. So even though this is probably going over 30 minutes, that's probably where I'm going to save and end it. You got to talk to these guys just to get it going. This kind of explains a bit about the setting of Midgard and the way it is. It checks the identities and backgrounds of each passenger on the train. I'm sorry, it seems like certain people in America kind of want this to happen, but there is nothing good with that. This is what's it called? I can't remember. Can't think of it off the top of my head. But something where a government completely controls everything like this. I'm sorry. I would be someone that would be an avalanche. I would fight back against something like that. I believe in being secure and safe and having law prevail and all that. But to the point where you ride a train and they go through checkpoints, and you get your entire background red, that's too much. That is not safe. That's invasion of property or privacy actually. And I'm thankful that the government we have now is not like that. I'm gonna turn her down. I think that's a her, by the way. You never know. They're heavily pixelated in the way they're made. You never actually know if Jesse is a guy or a girl. Because you can see right there, it kind of looks like maybe there's a bus on the character. Other characters you kind of know and understand, but guys are almost the same. It's just hard because, like I said, the way they're pixelated. They're kind of built on cubes and whatnot. And so it can be a bit difficult. Added with Jesse, Jesse is a very neutral name. Jesse can be a guy or a female's name, and so it can be difficult at times to tell. This is where Barrett goes on a tirade about the Mako reactors and Midgar and Shinra and all that. That's why I don't move up on the top plate. Ha ha! So right here is where we get off the train, and it's going into the train graveyard. This is where we go to get to the Sector 7 slums. Later on, you'll find out that it's also called Tifa's Seventh Heaven, which is very interesting to me because Tifa never seemed like a character in this game that was widely known. And yet, it surprises me because she has a sector that is named after her. And you never notice this. Even as a kid, when I was growing up playing this, we never even thought about that. But could it be that maybe when Tifa moved here, she became well known and they named it after her? Anyways, I guess we'll just have to speculate on that and figure it out next time. Here is a checkpoint. This is where I'll be saving the game. No, that's wrong. Yes. And that will be it. Thank you for joining me. Like I said, please press subscribe, join my channel. Hopefully that I have, and give it a thumbs up if you like it. Let me know what I can do better as well. Let me know what you don't like, what you want changed, and I will see if I can accommodate you. Anyways, I look forward to working on the future on getting Final Fantasy VII done. Take care.